Hello, welcome to the Richly or Poorly Show. My name is Dr. Stephen Dawson, and I'm your show host. Today is the launch of the show. Thank you for joining me. Please visit shdawson.com/podcast and click on the link Offer to learn about the Richly or Poorly Show. Here, you can familiarize yourself with the show. Please listen to, follow, and like the show on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and wherever you do your listening. And please remember to leave a show a nice review. Please share the show with your friends. Send them the link to my podcast webpage and offer to help them set up their device to subscribe to the show. And finally, please continue to email your questions and comments about the show to service@shdawson.com. Let's start things off today by telling you an overview of what the show contains, followed by a bit about my background, and then why it's good for you to listen to the show. Now, why do the show? Summarizing, listeners have spent years striving for some specific form of success, but they've not achieved their desired level. They each have reached a point of being sick and tired of not being able to live their life in a way that they define as more richly. They've reached a breaking point, tired of not living a richer life on their terms. This combination of circumstances motivates them to seek help to achieve their specific goals. The show is formed to deliver intimate sharing that is relatable using state-of-the-art digital format. Both market analysis and economic analysis occurs through stories that are moving societies globally to help listeners not only understand the complicated, but also learn a way that they can get their arms around what they learn by listening to the show, to both gain and execute a tangible plan that is possible for them to accomplish in their lives. Now on to my background. I've worked in business since 1986 and technology since 1989. Today, I both consult and advise on strategy for significant international organizations by providing leadership consulting, strategic planning, and executive communications, all at the executive level. I specialize in strategic planning and business development. I help companies determine their next steps and then work with them to achieve their goals, objectives, and targets. I bridge the gap between the board, the executive leadership team, and the company's resources, acting as a change agent to shape, guide, and facilitate their planning and development efforts. I host the show as a weekly recurring series. Each episode is between 10 and 15 minutes, with episodes released on Tuesdays. I give you, during each show, a part of my education and experience combination. The show category is business commentary. Business is a social science focusing on why people buy whatever it is they buy, to help understand why people do whatever it is they do. What is richly? What is poorly? You as a show listener define both of these terms in your life. My role is to help you arrive at these answers in your life. Each listener of the Richly or Poorly Show is better able to satisfy not only some of their wants, but also some of their needs as a benefit of listening to the Richly or Poorly Show. My presentation style is relaxed, but focused. You will often spend at least the following few days pondering the content and presentation of the material due to the characteristics of the show. Please do not feel bad if you find yourself returning to a previous episode to listen again to a part of a show to better understand the context of what was presented. I intend to help you live your life more richly. Hence, a review of the material in an episode is expected. I cast a wide net to the intended show audience of financial investors, skilled workers, service workers, and homemakers. I've worked in many types of jobs and in many types of companies. I'm able to connect well with the members of this intended audience. The result relates to an audience across cultures, across countries, and across generations. The listener attributes of the intended show audience hold feelings within them of being either poor, brokenhearted, imprisoned, blind, or oppressed. There are three forms of poverty: material, moral, and spiritual. They are all horrible to experience. Heartbreak from any form of disappointment is always painful. Imprisonment, such as a physical prison, gossiping, ignorance, or fear, causes one to live more poorly. The inability to see is more than only physical, but also being blind to opportunities, relationships, and anything that is not a contributor to living more richly. Oppression occurs beyond only the results of war, abuse, or neglect. Oppression occurs by causing any form of harm. I encourage you to understand that it is possible to be free of these conditions and live your life more richly than you have ever known. Listeners of the Richly or Poorly show unite around the view that being a part of living more richly is a noble ambition that is not only possible, but necessary to experience life to the fullest. You will receive enablement from me by content, training, guidance, and coaching to help you live your life more richly. You will hear continuously in my presentations the segmentation of fact versus truth. The show's motto is unmistakable. Richly is goodly. I invite you to listen to each episode, both excitedly and expectantly, that you will learn at least one significant fact or specific aspect of truth that will help you live your life more richly as a result of listening to the Richly or Poorly show. Listen with the intent of learning. All learning occurs first by listening, then by doing. Taking notes of the show is clear evidence of intentional learning. It's a habit to capture, structure, and apply the learning you have accomplished. The Richly or Poorly show is funded through three types of sponsors, supporting my work to deliver each episode to you. There are anonymous, individual, and commercial sponsors. The Richly or Poorly show listeners are the only sponsors of the show. I invite you to listen to the show for at least 1 month. I'm sure you will learn within 4 weeks my combined material content and presentation style I deliver to you through the Richly or Poorly show. I'm inclined to believe the majority of my intended audience will continue to listen to the Richly or Poorly show after 1 month of listening. I am confident you will live your life more richly as an outcome of your listening to the Richly or Poorly show. Well, that's it for today. Please consider all you've heard from me today. Try to settle in your mind my role in your life. Doing so will help you be ready to start your journey with loads of joy and excitement about the good results in your life gained from experience all I have to share with you. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Richly or Poorly show. I have enjoyed presenting to you. Until the next episode, I hope you will be safe and join me next week. Until then.